Hey, what's up you guys? Welcome back to my channel. So today I thought I would show you what is on my baby registry, and I thought this would be a good video to make because I know that I have personally looked up tons of videos and asked so many people about what to put on my baby registry. Especially as a first-time mom, I feel like there's so many things that you maybe don't know for sure if you'll need, or things you don't even think of that people say is an absolute necessity. And it's really kind of hard to know exactly what you should be putting on your registry. So I thought I would make my own video talking about what I ended up deciding to put on my registry for those of you who are curious. So there's tons of different places you can register at, and there's a lot of good options. I personally chose Amazon because I love Amazon. I use them all the time. I really like how Amazon has pretty much any type of product or brand you could possibly think of, and so I knew that there wouldn't really be a shortage of what I wanted on there. And then also I looked at what the registry looked like and kind of the things that it had to offer and how it was laid out. I know a lot of registries do this, but I know Target, I don't think does do this, so that's why I didn't go with them. But it will tell you if someone has purchased that item on your registry, so you can know. It'll also let you know if a product is not available anymore, which is really important because you want to make sure that you take that off and replace it with something else, so that in case somebody is on there and wanting to buy that, they're not just going to be like, oh well, it's not there anymore, and not know what to get you instead. So I think that was really cool about Amazon. Also, they have a baby registry list already made up for you, which is so cool, and it was really helpful. I used it a lot. So as you make your baby registry, they have a checklist for you, and then they also have some of the top items that most people will pick, and it's just so helpful. So I highly recommend using Amazon because it'll definitely make sure you don't miss anything, and you can kind of know what the best products are and what people are already using and everything like that. So I'm just going to go down the list of categories in order of how Amazon puts them, and let's get started. So first, it starts off with apparel. I personally didn't put that many clothes on my registry because I know that's one of the most common things you're gonna get anyways at your baby shower. And so personally, I would rather just let people pick out that type of stuff, especially like the more fashionable type of clothes, because you know people love picking out baby clothes and all the cutest things. So instead for clothes, what I did was I just chose a few things that I felt like were a necessity that I wanted to make sure that I got. So that included some onesies that zipped up from the bottom. I've heard super good things about these onesies where they zip up from the foot and go up rather than the other way, because then you don't have to take off your whole baby's outfit in the middle of the night just to change their diaper. So I really wanted to make sure that I had some of those. And then the other things I put under my apparel were sleepers. So that's kind of, if you have never seen one before, it's basically like this little, it's almost like the next step up from a swaddle. So once your baby doesn't need a swaddle anymore, you can put them in this sleeper, and it doesn't have any sleeves, but it helps keep them warm and still feel secure. And it's just like this little, almost like dress bag thing that you put on them. So I put those on my registry as well. The next category is bathing and skincare. So what I did was I made sure to put baby lotion, shampoo, conditioner, all those kinds of things, and baby wash, everything like that. And what I personally did was I wanted to go with things that were more natural. I'm trying to use more natural products in my routine anyways, and so of course I would want to do that for my baby. So I chose a lot of Earth Mama products. You should look them up, they're really highly rated. And then I also chose a baby towel. I got a little elephant one that has a hood. But yeah, baby towels I think are really fun. They're a lot softer than normal towels. The next category is bedding. I didn't put a crib on my registry, and that is because we actually got one from my cousin that's only about a couple years old, and it's in really good condition. So I didn't need one and I didn't put it on there, but you could totally put that on there. That's, I guess, more under the furniture category, but I did put other things that I'll need for the crib on my registry. So I put fitted sheets for the crib, and then also a crib mattress and a mattress cover, because then if your baby has, a blowout or an accident in the night, it'll go on the cover and not on the mattress. So I highly recommend that. I also put swaddles on the registry. I already have a few actual like swaddle blankets, and I know I'm probably gonna get some from the hospital, and I'm sure someone will give one to me. So what I did instead was put the Swaddle Me on the registry, which is basically an easier way to swaddle your baby, and it like velcros them up. And the Swaddle Me I've heard really good things about, so that's what I put on mine. The next category is car seats, and I actually already have a car seat and a stroller as well that I got from my sister that was hardly used at all and is still in good condition and not expired, so I'm using that. But I did put a car seat mirror on there because I've heard that those are super helpful so that you can see your baby and kind of know how they're doing back in the car. And then for nursery decor, with my Instagram, I'm kind of decorating my own nursery, so I really didn't put that much actual decor on the registry, but you could totally do that if you don't have your nursery already kind of being set up. But what I did do was I put a sound machine on there, and it's under the decor category. I'm not quite sure why, but I chose to do the Hatch Baby sound machine, and there's lots of different kinds you can choose from. I personally really wanted to go with that one because I've heard amazing things about it. It's kind of a sleep trainer as well as a sound machine. So it has a night light, and you can time it with an app on your phone to turn a certain color at night or in the morning, and then it'll play a sound or white noise or anything like that, and it kind of helps the baby know when it's bedtime and then when it's time to wake up. And then for diapering, this category is super important. There was a lot of things I needed to put in this category. So what I first put obviously is diapers. You really want to put diapers on your registry because, again, a lot of people like to get you kind of the fun clothes and things like that, and obviously those are awesome, but a lot of people may not think to get you things like diapers and all the other things in that category, and so putting them on your registry will let people know that those are things that you really want to get. So what I did was I chose a bunch of different kinds of diapers because I've heard that it's helpful to do that if you don't really know what brand you'll like. So I did a big pack of Pampers and Huggies and a few others, and so that'll kind of help me be able to know what I like and what I don't. I also did baby wipes, and you can choose whatever brand you like for that as well. With that, you want to do diaper cream or diaper balm. I think I chose another Earth Mama brand for that one, and then they also have nipple cream that I put on there as well. The next thing I put under that category is a changing pad, a changing liner, and then changing covers. So that again is just really important for when you're changing your baby. And then the last thing that I put on under the diaper category was a diaper warmer. And I've heard some people say these aren't super necessary, but I have heard that it does help your baby not cry as much when you're changing their diaper. It makes sense because a warm wipe is a lot less jarring than, you know, a super cold wipe. So I wanted to put one on my registry. Up next on my list is the feeding category. So the first thing with that is bottles. Kind of like how I chose a lot of brands with diapers, I also did the same with bottles because apparently babies are super picky with bottles, and so it's helpful, they say, to get tons of different kinds at first, and then you can kind of narrow down and see which type your baby likes and then just get that kind from then on. I did some of the Nuke brand, Dr. Brown's, and I just got different nipple sizes and bottle types and things like that so that I'll be able to really test out and see what my baby likes. And then I also put some binkies on there, and I did the same thing with that too. I put a few different types of binkies, and then I also did binky what are they called? Strap clips. These are really helpful because then if your baby spits the binky out or drops it, it's still hooked to their sleeve or their shirt or anything like that. You don't have to clean binkies as much. I made sure to put some bottle brush cleaners so that I can clean my bottles, and then a drying rack to put all the bottles on after they're done being cleaned. The last two things I put under that category were a high chair and a little seat thing that hooks to the table. I don't know what it's called, a chair fastener, and that's really helpful if you go out to eat or if somewhere doesn't have a high chair, you can have your baby sit at the table with you. For the furniture category, like I said, I didn't put a crib under that category because we already have one, and then as you can see in the back, I also didn't need to put a rocking chair. I got that from my sister. Being the youngest, you get a lot of hand-me-downs, so I'm pretty lucky in that way. But I didn't need to do a rocking chair. And then we also didn't put a dresser or an organizer or anything like that, because also, as you can see in the back, I have a shelf organizer, and we don't have a super big room, and so that was kind of what I wanted instead of a dresser. It would still look cute, but it also acts as kind of a dresser in a way. You can put lots of things in the bins or on the shelves. And so that is what I chose, and we wanted to get that one ourselves, kind of the bigger things. So none of those are on our registry, but if those are things that you're wanting and you don't already have them or don't plan on getting it yourself, then those are types of things that would be good to put on your registry. I forgot to mention this earlier when I said I got fitted sheets for the crib. I also got a crib mesh liner, and the reason why mesh is really important is because then the baby won't roll over and suffocate against the liner. It's mesh, so they can breathe through it. And then the next thing I put under that category was a bassinet, and I actually put 2. I normally try to narrow it down to 1 so that I don't get both bought at the same time, but I couldn't quite decide, and I thought if I end up getting 2, that's okay. I can always keep them both or return one for something else. But I did one that was just like a normal bassinet that stands up, and then I also got one that is a co-sleeper bassinet, and it just hooks to the side of your bed. And so I put both of those on there, but you can definitely do research and see what kind of bassinet you would like. Those are super, super helpful for the first few months after you have your baby, because they're really not old enough to be in a crib yet, and it's just so much easier in the middle of the night to be able to have your baby right there near you for when you need to nurse them or change them or anything like that. Next is the gear category. What I did was I put a baby carrier, one that kind of hooks around to you and you can put your baby in, and I chose the Lily Baby, I think is what it's called. Yeah, the Lily Baby. And that my sister-in-law recommended. I guess that one really helps with their hip posture so that their hips are not in the wrong position and can kind of hurt them while they're trying to grow. So apparently that one is really awesome, so I chose that. And then I also put some baby carriers that are like wraps that you can wrap around you. I've heard really good things about those. And then last, I put a travel bassinet, because that one I think is really going to be really helpful for if we go on trips or, you know, stay at another person's house. We don't have to bring our big, huge bassinet. We can just bring the travel one that folds right up and is easy to take with you. And then I also put lots of books on our registry. We actually are thinking of saying in the baby shower invitation to just get us a book instead of a card, because honestly, they're about the same price anyways, and that way we get a book that we'll actually use rather than just a card that you're gonna throw away. So I think we're gonna do that, but I did put a lot of books on the registry just so people had some ideas and knew that I really wanted books. Some of these are kind of in weird categories where I feel like they actually should have been farther up, but that's okay. I'm gonna go through them right now. This is the other category. So some things I put on it were like a shower basket that like hooks to the side of your shower and like suctions to it so that you can put baby products or toys or things like that. I also did some baby washcloths and burp cloths. Another thing I put on there was a car seat cover, which can also be turned into a oh my gosh, pregnancy braid is really making it hard to make these videos now because I just keep forgetting what I'm saying. What's it called? A cover when you're breastfeeding. Okay, I don't know why I can't think of what it's called right now, but yeah, a cover. So it's kind of nice. It's like a 2-in-1 sort of thing. So I put those on there. I did a couple different options. It's never bad to have more than one. And then I also put some blackout blinds and then some pink curtains on my registry, which also does kind of go along with decor, but I put those because that is really, really important to help your baby nap, especially in this room, because this room gets really bright. Like the sun perfectly, oops, hit my laptop. The sun perfectly comes through the window, so I really wanted to get some of those to make it easier for her to nap. I also put a baby thermometer. That is super important to make sure you're, you know, if your baby has a fever or anything like that. And then baby nail clippers. I did the Frida Baby nail set, so it comes with like a nail file, nail clippers, and everything that's, I guess, a baby needs to clip their nails. And then I put baby laundry detergent, and I chose one that was another more natural kind that doesn't have a lot of chemicals and things like that in it. And then the last thing that I put on my registry are a couple different baskets, and I chose the knitted ones that are pretty big. I chose one really big one and then a few that were smaller and kind of stackable so that I could put them in different places and use them for different purposes. But those are something that I really wanted. I first off just think they're so cute, but they also are really handy and kind of create a different type of storage in their room or around your home to make things look a little bit neater and stay organized without it looking cluttery. So I really wanted to put those on my registry. That is the last thing. If any of you guys have had babies before or can think of anything that maybe I'm missing, definitely comment down below and let me know. I would love more ideas of if there's anything else that I should put on my registry, but that is what I have so far. So thank you so much, you guys, for watching. I hope this was helpful to you and kind of gave you some ideas of things that you should put on your registry. Let me know what future videos you guys want me to make, and I would love to make them for you. And don't forget to thumbs up this video if you enjoyed it. It really helps support my channel. And then also subscribe so you don't miss any of my future videos. Thanks, guys. Bye.